Hi everyone, and welcome back to the MS Workouts channel. For this last week of May, we're going to wrap up our work on foot drop by guiding you through a few exercises that will help you get back on your feet. But before we do that, I'd like to announce that we just wrapped up our 5-day foot drop immersive workshop for the class of May 2023. We helped over 1,000 people reduce their foot drop through our science-based steady pace neuromuscular exercise technique, and many of them saw amazing results. So to honor their efforts and celebrate their achievements, until this Sunday, June 4th, use the coupon code FOOTHELP and you will get 20% off our 3-month membership plan. To sign up, simply go to www.msworkouts.com, or you can click on the link that's below this video. Once you join, we'll ask you to send us your goals, and then we will build you a personalized weekly schedule using the many programs that we offer our members. In addition, you'll also be invited to join weekly live Q&As where we can monitor your progress and make any adjustments necessary to your schedule. So remember, until this Sunday, June 4th, you can use the coupon code FOOTHELP, and you will get 20% off our 3-month membership plan at MS Workouts. To sign up, just go to www.msworkouts.com, or again, click on the link that's below this video. With all that being said, let's go ahead and shift our focus into this week's video, where I'm going to guide you through a few effective exercises to help you reduce your foot drop. Let's do this. Welcome back, everyone. After this felt like long, right, layoff from exercises on our social media with you. It was an awesome week with a foot drop immersive workshop, and continuing with that theme, now that we're done with that immersive workshop and wrapping up the month of May, we're gonna hit a couple exercises, as I mentioned today, that are a little bit more challenging from a foot drop standpoint, but they should be, right? They should be challenging. So just give your very best effort, make sure you're recording your results and reaping the benefit. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, we're gonna start with what I would call heel toe rock. It's gonna be loaded. I'm gonna put 20 pounds, okay, resistance on the top of my femur here. And the reason I'm using 20 pounds is because I know this is enough resistance to make it challenging and to reach neuromuscular failure here, right? That's what we're looking for. This is exercise, not just movement. Now, if you have never done this exercise before, do it without any resistance. Go ahead and make sure you prove to yourself that you can complete the entire 130, and then notate that in your journal that you need to increase the difficulty next time, looking to find a difficulty of resistance that allows you to reach neuromuscular failure in between the 60 to 90 second mark. All right, it's gonna be heel toe rock, so we're working both calf and anterior tibialis, so both sides. Follow me to the starting position, which is an extension of the ankle. Your movement does not have to look like mine. You do not have to have as much extension as I had just created in my ankle. Just do your very best to lift your ankle as high as possible. Clock is on. As we head down, we're keeping all of the momentum out, actively engaging the entire time. As the heel comes down, we are bringing toe up. We're going to go into what we call the rock, right? So that's anterior tibialis squeeze, then heading the other direction. We are working, as I mentioned, the calf and the anterior tibialis. That's the back of the lower limb, right, that extends the ankle, and the anterior tibialis is what allows you to flex the foot or bring the toe up, right? This is really good in reducing foot drop. These muscles are what are going to allow you to be functional in that lower limb. Muscle neuromuscular failure is the goal. So whether it's the neuro side or the muscular side that's reaching fatigue first, that's perfectly fine, okay? The most important thing is that you're working that system, that entire system, giving your best effort, challenging it, progressively overloading it, so the peripheral nervous system and the muscular system can adapt, and you will get the very best results your body can give you if you have enough amino acids, protein in the recovery process to prompt the best results. All right, we're heading into the exhaust range, or the last 30 seconds of this next effort. The entire time you should focus on staying flexed and engaged, okay? And when you can no longer continue to move slowly with proper form, you have to relax, disengage. That's when you notate the time. We are going past that 115 mark. Let's go ahead and go one more full effort. We're going into that rock, going up onto the toe. So last opportunity here to reach momentary muscle failure, because we're getting ready to go past that 130 mark. So we're extending the ankle one last time, squeeze. Heading back down, we're gonna go into a rock, and then we'll go into the neutral position for 2. 1, bring toes up, flex as high as you can, and slowly disengaging. Completed. Okay, so I completed the exercise of that heel toe rock dynamically with the 20 pounds. I need to write down 130. completed, and I'm gonna put a plus sign because I know I need to increase the difficulty because I left something on the table there. And again, whether it's the neuro side or the muscular side that is fatiguing, that's a good thing, because if you want a system to adapt, you have to progressively overload it. And notice the intensity is extremely high so that the volume can be lower, because we all know when you're living with a neuromuscular disorder disease, volume is your enemy, right? When you are doing high volume, low intensity type stuff, not only not prompting results, but you are risking exacerbating the CNS, the central nervous system, right? Which is not what we want. We want results and we want to preserve our resources. All right, let's go ahead and execute one more exercise here, which is going to be an ankle eversion. This is a tougher exercise. Again, it should be tough. You simply take what you can and give your best effort. Let's do it. Okay, as I mentioned, we want to challenge ourselves. So I'm going to add a silver band to the situation here. We're going ankle eversion, okay? So we're heading in, right? We're going to go dynamic in nature, which means we're doing the full range, the concentric and then into the eccentric, okay? So you can anchor this band, if you're using a band, off that direction in this plane, okay? You can also hold the resistance band if you'd like to, okay? Make sure you are pinpointing where your anchor point is going to be. Keep that consistent and how many loops you have between, so it can be as measured as possible with the process. Follow me to the starting position. You're digging heel in. You're going to rotate toe as far as you can. You should feel a very deliberate engagement. Clock is on. Slowly externally rotating, right, as you go out, staying on heel. If you want to take your shoe off to reduce the friction, that way you don't have to really lift the toe during this, please feel free to do so, okay? As you head in, you are adding the resistance, okay? From a lateral side, if you're adding resistance, heading back out, realizing that this rotation internally and externally is going to really help improve the function of that ankle, okay? Now, the goal is neuromuscular failure. So you want to get to the point where the muscles can no longer continue, okay, in this 60 to 90 seconds. And when you get to the point, just notate the time that you successfully reached muscle failure, write it, right? Then continue on with your very, very best effort, taking what you can. When you apply this over time, after you fully recover, you will start to develop the very best increases in function possible, right? And that's why we're doing this, right? We're not doing this for any other reason but results. All right, we're going past the 60-second mark here into what we call the exhaust range. Whew, should feel a deep fatigue at this point. Again, I don't recommend you holding the band like I am right here. Anchor it if possible, because that way you can relax the rest of the muscle tissue of the body and just focus on this lower limb in the inversion, okay? So we're gonna go one more final opportunity to reach momentary muscle neuromuscular failure. Heading back in, best effort. I am slowly losing the ability to internally rotate completely, and I'm gonna ease all the way out. 128 is where I was at, okay? Since the clock reached that 130 mark, I'm not gonna just go ahead and continue, so success, I did it. All right, 128 is what I'm gonna write down, okay? So if I would have reached muscle failure earlier than that 128, I would have notated time, taken a second or two, shook it out, and then just continued on and tried to take as much of the active engagement as possible until the end of the exercise. But it was 128, so I was done, okay? Now, we're gonna wrap things out with a stretch, okay? A active stretch into the calf and the anterior tibialis. But before we jump into that, I want you to go ahead and pause the video and execute that inversion, okay? Eversion on the left leg, okay? Once you finish with that, go ahead and jump back on, hit pause, and you'll join us for the stretch. Okay, stretch-wise, right? We are going to execute an active stretch, okay? Sometimes you can, individuals will execute a static stretch post-exercise to help with flexibility. But in this particular situation, we're going to execute an active stretch, which is kind of like a dynamic movement to really just get blood flow back to the tissue and allow you to have a pliable, not only posterior portion, but lower portion of this lower limb. So if you have the ability, you can cross your legs to gain access to the foot. If you do not have the ability to cross the foot there, you can also slide leg down, right, to gain access to foot. Last but not least, you can always tie a band, okay, around the lower limb to really help you in the process of this stretch, okay? pushing foot out actively to extend, and then pulling leg in with band if need to. So multiple ways you can access the foot. All right, I'm going to cross for simplicity here so you can see visually, and we are going to hit this active stretch for 60 seconds, okay? So clock is on. So I'm just slowly, okay, you're trying to relax the foot as much as possible, bringing toe towards shin, that's lengthening calf, and then we're heading back out. And as you extend the ankle, I want you to think about extending toe ankle, okay, you can even take your fingers in, right, run the length of that anterior tibialis, and then heading back the other direction. If you have neuroimpedance into this area, which some of you, most of you probably have, do not force the joint too far, okay? We don't want you to push too far on the extension or too much on the flexion. Just take your joint through the range of motion that you can comfortably go through, okay? There's no need to put excess stress on the joint itself. We're simply looking to gain flexion and extension out of both the calf and the anterior tibialis here post-exercise, okay? This is gonna really help get blood flow back to the area to help disperse and get rid of the byproducts and the waste that was created during the exercise session. So getting increased oxygenated blood flow back to the tissue is going to really help with reduced soreness, with reduced spasticity, tightness in the area going forward. If you'd like to continue on with the stretch for, a couple more minutes, please feel free to do so. Again, there's no reason to overdo these types of stretches just because you're going to get a diminishing return if you do them for too terribly long. All right, I hope you enjoyed these couple exercises in stretch. As we wrap up the month of May, right, we focused on foot drop. I will leave a little question mark for you, what we will be heading into this next month, right? Join me next week so we can give you some insight into what we will be focusing on going forward. I just want to congratulate each and every one of you who decided to be a part of our 5-day immersive workshop, part of MS Workouts. It was really successful. We helped thousands, literally, I'll say that again, we helped thousands of individuals this last week improve their strength in the area, their foot drop, reduce those symptoms. So if you were one of them, congratulations. If not, I still want to congratulate you for being around this community the last several weeks. And in the spirit of that, okay, we offered a coupon code to all of the individuals who finished the immersive workshop, a coupon code into the membership platform that has over 100 active rest modalities, live exercise sessions with our team, live Q&As on a weekly basis with our team, yoga sessions, Q&As, all kinds of awesome stuff for the platform. 20% off our 3-month membership. So that coupon code is FOOTHELP. And I'm sharing it to you right now because you're a part of our community as well too. And you've been working on your foot drop all month long, just like those individuals in the immersive workshop. So take advantage of it. I will say this, it's only good until this Sunday. So make sure that you utilize it, you take advantage of it, because our team would like to work with you on a greater level, okay, more in depth. We'll create a plan for you. We'll figure out what your needs are, where your starting point is, and we'll take you from there and continue to walk with you in your journey. So thank you so much for joining me today. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Give us some feedback. We'd like feedback as well. Subscribe, turn on the notifications so that you can be notified when the latest video drops. And I will look forward to seeing you next week at our next exercise video. Take care, everyone. Our YouTube channel is a great place to start gaining strength. But if you want to get serious about reducing your symptoms and getting results, then you need to be on a weekly structured strength training program with other individuals just like you. And that's exactly what we offer at MS Workouts through our membership. Click the link in the video or below the video to learn how our membership can help you achieve your goals. And while you're on the website, make sure you sign up for the no-cost 7-day strength camp so you can experience how we can help you do the things that you love to do with more confidence. See you all next week.